to make them feel special. It's like everyone was his best friend.
Seo took his own life in 2012 at the age of 43. It was later determined that he suffered from CTE and depression caused by countless blows to the head. Junior's daughter Sydney, who you just saw there, will be on Good Morning America tomorrow, and you can see that right after 10 News this morning tomorrow.
Today, people will make one final push to keep dozens of Torrey pines from being removed from their local park. SDG&E is planning to cut down 74 of them from Carmel Mission Park. They say the trees could topple into power lines, causing a power outage or fire, but residents say removing the trees will reduce their property values. They're expected to sound off on SDG&E at a final meeting tonight at the Carmel Valley Library. The meeting is at 7 p.m.
Hey, you might want to grab your surfboards and head to the beach. Today is California Surfing Day. That's official. That comes just a few weeks after Governor Brown declared surfing as the state's official sport. 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala is in La Jolla. A lot of stuff going on there this morning, Mimi.
Yeah, Virginia, and like you mentioned, today marks the first ever California Surfing Day. And to honor that here locally, the instructors from Surf Diva Surfing School will be right here at La Jolla Shores teaching some veterans how to surf later on this morning. And in addition to that, the San Diego Tourism Authority will join City Councilwoman Barbara Bree to present a special proclamation as those instructors teach some of their moves. Surfing, of course, has a deep history here locally, and San Diego is home to some of surfing's most iconic figures. There have always been several different surfing events and competitions here, and today will only add to that tradition. And if you plan on getting in the water, we're told it is 70 degrees today, but of course always swim in front of a lifeguard station. And if you want to join in on everything that's happening here, everything will get underway around 10 o'clock this morning. We're live at La Jolla Shores. Mimi Alcala, 10 News.
Gotta have a little surf music
Little surf,
to go
does that put you in the mood?
Talk.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is my surfing.
Do you guys know how to surf?
You know, we all grew up here,
I know.
and yet
I tried once.
Yeah, I'm not good.
And fell.
Yeah, it wasn't a pretty sight for me either.
Well, all right then. If you're a surfer and you're going out, waves will be about 2 to 4 feet today. The rip current risk is pretty low. It will be a little bit more moderate tomorrow. But as Mimi said, it's always smart just to swim near a lifeguard. Forest Ranch, let's get your hour-by-hour forecast today. 11 a.m., 75 degrees, topping off in the 80s, about 81 by about 2 o'clock later today. This evening, we'll dip down to about 77 degrees by 5 o'clock. Low to mid-70s along our coastline. A really comfortable day in store for us. Mid-80s for our inland neighborhoods, in the 70s and 80s in our mountains, and low 100s, right around 100, in fact, for our deserts. But the humidity is going to be climbing in our mountains and deserts today. In fact, you can probably already feel it as that monsoon moisture moves in. I'll pinpoint what that's going to mean for the end of the week when I come back in just about 8 minutes. What construction do we have going on, Clean? Anything left?
The construction already cleared up, but the Coronado Bridge is already deciding to be a pest this morning. Take a look at this. This is all of the traffic that's already starting to build coming off the 5 freeway. It's been like this for the last few months. I was actually on Facebook yesterday. A lot of people wondering what's going on. So the base actually has more personnel there for the past 3 or 4 months or so. So that's what's causing the earlier congestion, and that's why it's lasting a little bit longer. So if you usually take this right now, it'll take you about 7 to 10 minutes to get through that stretch, and you can see all of the red here usually starts to slow down the 5 freeway as well. Right now that's not the case heading northbound, but I'll keep an eye on it and let you know if that changes. Overall, out of the South Bay, not a bad ride so far on the 805 as well, and North County is still pretty quiet. Guys?
Thank you very much. 6 new victims tied to the California surgeon arrested for allegedly sexually assaulting women.
I don't know how he can function in society.
Hear from the woman who went on a date with the accused doctor less than a year ago.
A woman stabbed to death while jogging in her neighborhood. The manhunt underway now to find the attacker.
A local boy with a heart condition becomes a Padre for a day, the special honor he was given when he took the field for the first time.
Good morning, San Diego. Take a quick look outside. I like this green. I like the green lights.
And soon red with Christmas right around the corner.
Yeah, or green and red. I look forward to seeing this every day. 66 degrees downtown. Megan Parry watching the skies for you. We got Kalina on the roads. Not actually on them.
She's not driving right now.
But she is watching them.
We do have that technology.
I know.
So.
We'll keep you posted.
So 6 more women now accusing an Orange County orthopedic surgeon of sexual assault. Dr. Grant Robichaud and his girlfriend facing charges for drugging and raping 2 women. Prosecutors say there's photo and video evidence of potentially hundreds of victims. 6 more accusers have come forward since learning of the news. One of them says that she went on a date with Robichaud less than a year ago.
He took me to his jacuzzi where he kept trying to rip off my top, and I kept trying to just put it back on. I kept trying to escape, and he kept pulling at my clothing.
Wow. Well, that woman says she was able to eventually run away from the home. The couple has denied all accusations of non-consensual sex.
A manhunt underway right now after a recently engaged young woman was stabbed to death while jogging in Washington, D.C. Police released this video of the man they believe killed Wendy Martinez. She was attacked Tuesday night while out running near Logan Circle. That's in Northwest D.C. Wendy became engaged just last week. Her family says she was an avid runner, a devout Christian, and a wonderful friend. Police say the attack appears to be random.
Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban has agreed to donate $10 million after an investigation found a long history of sexual harassment in the organization. The investigation found numerous instances of improper workplace conduct, including forcible kissing by a former team president. Cuban himself did not face any misconduct allegations, but said he is accountable for the Mavericks' workplace culture. He offered an apology and says the donation will go toward women's rights and domestic violence groups.
5/16 starting tomorrow, it'll get easier to protect yourself against identity thieves. You will be able to freeze your credit for free thanks to a new federal law. You'll still need to contact all 3 major credit bureaus, but it won't cost you the $10 per credit bureau like it used to here in California. The only downside is if you want to open a new line of credit, you will have to unfreeze your credit, which is also now free.
A dream come true for a 5-year-old boy with a heart condition. That's little Levi Smith. He got to become a Padre for a day thanks to the Make-A-Wish Foundation San Diego and the Padres. Levi got to do just about everything the players do, including signing his player contract. There you go. Meeting teammates and getting a special jersey. And during game time in front of hundreds of fans, Levi delivered the game ball to the mound. And at the end of his day, he talked about his favorite part of all.
What has been your favorite thing about today so far?
Playing catch with the other players.
Absolutely. And so Levi here was born with a congenital heart condition, so he has a pacemaker and he's had numerous surgeries. His mom has the same condition and has helped him learn how to recover from surgeries and treatments.
Look at him go, though, running the bases, fielding the ball. What a champ.
And you get the feeling that the players enjoy this just as much as he does,
I know. He's so cute. What a touching story.
Yeah, right.
So cute. I love watching him run around in a little uniform. Oh, gosh, I love the Padres. They're so great. All right, so Pacific Beach, probably a popular place today. It is California Surfing Day after all, so it's going to be nice out there. We are starting off with our marine layer. That will be clearing out. Most areas will clear out by 9-10 o'clock this morning. Temperature-wise, pretty close to where we were yesterday. A few areas a little bit warmer, a few areas a little bit cooler. Downtown it is 68 degrees. Poway a mere 59, 61 in Vista. Fallbrook at 62 degrees this morning, and 80s right now in our deserts. And the reason it's so warm, the dew point temperatures have come up. That moisture is much higher. If you recall, I was showing these numbers earlier this week. In our mountains, our dew point temperatures were in the single digits or even below 0. Now it's much higher. Temperatures only have to drop to about 73 or 74 degrees in our deserts, but the actual temperature for saturation to occur. So it is a lot more muggy in the mountains and the deserts as that monsoon moisture is surging west today and tomorrow. Do expect to see those clouds building in the afternoon, but likely not going to see showers or thunderstorms. And Jason Aldean's concert tonight at Mattress Firm Amphitheater. If you're headed out there, temperatures will be in the mid-60s through the event tonight, so you might want to bring a light jacket or just plan your attire accordingly. Along our coast, temperatures in the mid-70s today and tomorrow, and then a little bit warmer as we welcome fall. The first days of fall are actually going to be much warmer. We could see some 80s for the warmer spots. We're also tracking a potential for maybe our first mild Santa Ana wind event. If that does happen, these temperatures will of course come up, but it's still a lot of time between now and then. We'll be tracking that one closely. Mid to upper 80s this weekend into next week with 90s for the warmer spots in the valleys. 80s do stick around in the mountains with 100s warming up in our deserts.